If your grill is full of burnt food, or maybe it's super greasy to the point you're kind of scared to turn it on, let me show you the best way to get it clean inside and out and keep you grilling all season long. The first tip is to always clean your grill grates after every single use. Now, I know by no means is that groundbreaking. It's a pretty simple tip that I'm sure you've heard at home, but the reason I always make sure to reference it and mention it is because if we don't do that, what happens is all that burnt food and grease and things will really build up on the grates, and it makes it just that much harder to clean them later on in the future after you've been running your grill and it's heating all that up and just baking on them. So if we can keep up with it, it just makes everything so much easier. Now, there are two tools I like to recommend. These ones here, now the first is the Barbecue Daddy from Scrub Daddy, and then this one here is the Mr. Barbecue, and it's powered by, again, that same Barbecue Daddy pad. And the reason these are so cool, and I don't know, I just feel like they're kind of innovative in the cleaning space, is because you actually use steam to clean the grill. All you have to do is just dip these in a little bit of ice water, then heat your grill up to about a low to medium heat, and then run these over the grates. And because they're wet and cooled down with that ice water, it steams up real nice and it loosens up all the grease and grime that really starts to build up on the grates. Now, the other really cool thing about these is they're much more safe than the other options on the market. If you use like a stainless steel wire brush, yes, that can get your grill clean, but a lot of times those will start to break down over time and repeated use, and then it starts to leave behind those little teeny bristles that are very hard to see. And if you eat one of those, it's not gonna be a good time. In fact, I've talked to some after talking about these on various other videos. They messaged me, said, Brandon, I literally have had that happen, had to go to the ER, and it was the worst time ever. And we wanna have fun grilling and we want our grills to be clean and safe, so these are definitely a better option to use. Now, anytime I talk about cleaning your grill grates, I kind of get always the same few comments like, you're removing all the flavor, or now the seasoning's all gone. And yes, I get what you're saying. However, really, if you don't do this, all that's gonna build up, and then it leads to an uneven cooking surface. You can even kind of not get as good of a sear because the meat can't contact the grates themselves because it's just sitting on top of all that old food and grime. And then also you can get flare-ups, and really, in my experience, the worst part of it all is you get that old, burnt, nasty food stuck to your new food that you're grilling, and it's just not a very good experience. Nasty. If you're wondering what's the difference between these two cleaners, now they both do have the same pads. However, the Barbecue Daddy, actually you can remove this one. This one's just right here in place. You cannot take this off. What's really nice is you can actually just pop this here simply off like so. Not only can you get replacements for this and just keep the handle, but you can also put this in the dishwasher and easily clean it. The other nice thing too is the bottom here has a bottle opener. You can even have some refreshments while you're cleaning. Now, sometimes though, your grill might be very greasy and grimy, so it's a good idea to do a deep clean. Now, to get this started, what I like to do is pull the entire guts out and pull it apart here. We're just gonna put that in a plastic tote like this here. We'll soak these in a moment, but before you do that, usually when you take the grates off, you'll kind of notice on the backside here, there's just a ton of char. So just a simple plastic putty knife does a great job to get all that easy stuff off the surface there. We're just gonna work it down to the bottom there because we'll pull out the tray here in a moment and get that nice and clean, but it's a good idea to just remove the easy stuff here. That way we don't have to worry about it when we're scrubbing. You do not have to get these perfect with the scraping. The goal, again, is just to get that easy layer off, so then when we come through with the degreaser and soak them, that can really attack the harder to clean areas because we removed all the easy stuff. I also really like to use a putty knife just because I feel it's a little more gentle on these. Wouldn't you know, the second I open up the grill to clean the inside, it starts raining on me, but we're gonna push through. Now, once you get the grates out, I like to grab the plastic scraper again and make sure to scrape all the flavorizers here or the heat shields, because usually, like you see on this one, there's quite a bit of just food and char on there. And then we're gonna take these off, put them back in the plastic bin so we can soak everything with a little degreaser. Now, the degreaser I like to use for this is just a simple Dawn dish soap. It's gentle enough where it's not gonna cause any damage, but it's strong enough to cut through, again, all that baked on grease and grime that we find on here. Just put a little bit. You don't have to go too crazy. If you put too much, you're gonna have a ton of suds. Then just grab your hose and fill it up. Now, if your grill is really, really greasy and you feel like Dawn is just not gonna cut it, the others that I've used in the past that have worked really well is something like Simple Green. It's a little stronger. Also, if it's really bad, I've stepped it up to Zepp's oven and grill cleaner, which works really well. It's just very powerful and strong, so just be careful where you spray it and make sure to test an inconspicuous area first to make sure it's not gonna cause damage. While we wait for everything to soak in the bin, we're gonna come back over to the grill here and grab our handy dandy putty knife again and just scrape all of the sides, getting rid of all of that burnt food and kind of build up there and working it all the way down to the bottom of the pan. Once you get most of all the big stuff scraped off with the putty knife, I do like to grab just either a toothbrush or a little brush like this here, just kind of detail kind of the edges and get as much of the stuff off. It's also nice for those areas that you can't quite get to with the putty knife. Once everything has been scraped down to that center tray there, what we're gonna do is remove this. Now, every grill's a little bit different. Some come out the back, others come out the front. For instance, this Weber, it comes out the front. Now, once you remove that, we don't wanna just throw this in with the bin and let it soak right away with all that junk on there. What we wanna do is give it a quick scrape and remove all that, put it into a garbage can, and then we can clean it. And once everything is scraped off, you can just put it in the bin with all the other stuff and let it soak. Now, this job will get pretty dirty and greasy, so it's always a good idea to wear gloves. For whatever reason, the soot and kind of grime always gets on your hands and kind of stains it, so gloves will help prevent that. Plus, wear some old clothes so you don't ruin your favorite shirt. Now, once you get that bottom tray out too, you can easily just remove the grease tray. I'm probably doing this the absolute most unhinged way ever. Oh, Mission Impossible there, did it. But we're just gonna wanna dump this again in the garbage can because we're gonna replace this with a new one. And this we can soak. If you're enjoying this clean so far, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are so close to that 1 million mark, and every subscriber helps us get there. Now, at this point in the clean, you really have two options moving forward. The first is you can just grab some simple paper towel here and just dry wipe everything down. This is gonna get that remaining grease and grime that's on the surface there. Now, it's not gonna clean everything, and I also know that some people don't love to use cleaners at this point in the grill just because they think it kind of affects the flavor of their food, and that's okay, and usually this is a good option to go with. Now, if you wanna get it a little more clean and remove as much of that baked on grease and grime as possible, you can jump up to using something like Dawn Power Wash. Again, that's simple green, or if it's really bad, you can use the Zepp oven and grill cleaner. Use one or the other, not together, please, because they'll just create weird reactions and we don't want that. Spray those down and just let them sit there and break down all that grease and grime buildup. Again, the longer and the more we let the cleaners just sit there and do their thing, the better they're gonna break everything down for you, and you don't have to scrub as hard. Then once everything is sat there for a while, come through with either a Scrub Daddy. You can even use steel wool here, grade 00040, but be careful with it because it can still scratch some softer surfaces, especially things like stainless steel. Now, after you've scrubbed everything really good, give it everything a really good rinse just with the hose. We don't need to use a power washer here. Usually that's too strong. We just wanna make sure that there's no soap residue left behind. Many times you get to a point of cleaning the inside where you're really only cleaning for aesthetic at a certain point because you've removed most of the grease and grime buildup. So it's really up to you on how detailed you wanna be. I'm gonna touch up just a few more areas and I'm good to go. So now that the inside is nice and clean, it's time to come over to the tote and give everything a good scrub. Now, the nice thing about this is that it's been sitting for a while here, so all that grease and grime has had plenty of time to break down with our soap. Now, to scrub, I like to use just a simple Scrub Daddy. Usually, even if you have kind of older one that's a little stained or kind of breaking down, it's good to use on this job because usually it's gonna get pretty full of grime and things, and you probably won't be able to bring it back to life to use anywhere else. I also like to use the steel wool in some of those harder areas that I can't quite get clean, and most of this inside stuff you don't have to worry about scratching, but if you're worried, just always, again, test an inconspicuous area, and don't forget about the putty knife, that comes in handy too. What's cool about learning to clean your grill is many times you will find other grills, whether it's on the side of the road or even for free on Facebook Marketplace, and a lot of times they just need a really good deep cleaning, and then you have a free grill that just keeps running and works really well. I know with these Webers, they just hold up and they're built to last. Sometimes, yes, you have to replace the internal components, but many times with a good scrub and deep clean, your grill can last for years. Now, once everything is nice and scrubbed up, as a reminder, again, we're not looking for perfection here or spotless. I like to grab all of the internal components, bring them over to the hose, and make sure to rinse them off really good. We don't want to leave any soap behind. When it comes to cleaning the outside of the grill, this is an area I like to be as detailed as possible because, let's be real, this is what you see, and if you have friends over and things, they're gonna notice that as well. You can just use some basic dish soap and some warm water in a spray bottle. That's gonna do a great job degreasing everything. Once I've sprayed everything down, I come through with just a non-scratch scrub sponge, give everything a good scrub down, paying special attention to maybe any of those areas that have sticky food residue on them. Many times the sides where you set your plates down and raw meat and stuff, that can kind of happen there, so make sure to give those a good scrub. Then come through with either a damp microfiber towel or your hose again and give everything a real good rinse. Now, to really level up your clean and make your grill look amazing, I always like to recommend to come through with a dry, clean microfiber cloth and buff and dry the surface to make sure there's no streaks or water spots left behind. When you're cleaning the outside, you might notice a little bit of rust. For instance, this one has it on the corner there, just a small amount. Now, if you have a little bit more and you want to get that cleaned up, what I suggest using is just simply Barkeeper's Friend Soft Cleanser. This does a great job to remove that rust. Now, if you also have a unit like this one here that is stainless steel, sometimes just from being outside in the elements, hard water can kind of build up on there. It can get a little dull and not as shiny as it used to. So if you want to really level that up and bring back the shine, you can also use this. Once everything's back inside the grill, I do recommend just running it on high for about 10 to 15 minutes. That way we burn off anything that might be left behind. There are a few things I like to recommend to keep your grill clean. The first is always use a cover, especially if you store it outside. This is gonna keep the outside looking great. Now the second, I already mentioned at the start of the video, but make sure to always clean your grates after every single use. That way the burnt on food and grease and grime don't build up. And then the other is just deep clean your grill at least once a year. Now, when you do this, what happens is your grill will be not only clean and looking great, but it'll also last so much longer. And just like that, this grill looks absolutely amazing. I am super happy how this cleaned up, and I can't wait to grill on it soon. Thanks so much for watching as always, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Again, we are so close to that 1 million mark, and every subscriber helps us get there. I also need to give a huge shout out to the Clean Squad members over on our Patreon. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you want to join us over there, check the link down in the description. And as always, I'll see you on the next clean.